To you guys. Hello to the chat. What's up, Donna and Jay and Azani and Patricia? Hello, welcome to the chat. So I am Tarot Queen Jamila, and I'm here to do your money and prosperity reading for Thursday. Today is prosperity day. So if you want to do some very powerful prosperity work, you can do it on today. We got the new moon. Hey, smarty girl. We got the new moon coming up tomorrow. And I do have a ritual that I am doing. I think it's going to have like maybe 15 or 20 candles. And so just stay tuned for that. Okay. All righty. Let's see. We're going to use the law of attraction deck because, you know, when it comes to prosperity, you got to be talking about money. You got to be thinking about money. You got to be, you know, you can't be talking about broke stuff. I'm sorry. It just, you know, so let's see where everybody is at today. Spirit guides, ancestors, and guardian angels, what messages do you have? We're going to draw out an officiator for this reading today. We're going to draw out an officiator first, spirits. Who do you want to officiate this reading? All right. Ooh, my nose is itching. The Three of Cups. Yes, this is the triple goddess. A lot of you are looking to purchase homes. A lot of you are looking to upgrade your home. And then also your sphere of influence. Okay, your sphere of influence is very important. The people that you hang around are going to be very detrimental in your ability to manifest prosperity. And then also the Three of Cups represents growth and also emotional growth, so that your emotions are not, you know, so that your emotions are not overcrowding your judgment or your thinking, because, you know, that really, to be honest with you, when it comes to love and money, if you know, your emotions can be a really, really bad thing, but it depends on what you're doing with your emotions. If your emotions comes out as anger, then you got yourself a problem. And ain't nobody gonna want to deal with you. Yes, but anyway, let's talk about money. Spirit guides for the Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. What messages do you have for each sign about their money? You know, what's going on with them? What advice do you have for the signs on this Thursday of April 4th, 2019? So we got a repeating number 4, which talks about stability. Okay, the number 4 is stable. It represents the 4 sacred directions, which is earth, air, fire, and water. And, you know, so let's see what we got for everybody. Yes, honey. Okay, well, let's see what's going on here. Aries, you guys got the Emperor. So this represents, and see, the Emperor comes up in the reverse position. So there seems to be some kind of disappointment, or maybe this could be a powerful male figure in your life that doesn't approve of you. You know, maybe they are offering you something, but they have stipulations on it. I feel like the Emperor in the reverse position also hold on, guys, give me a second. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. The Emperor can represent money that's there, but you're not seeing it. What I feel like a lot of you Aries need to do is you need to do some organizing. You need to do some cleaning. You need to clean out some stuff. Okay, so the Emperor is somebody that's going to say, clean up your room. You know, sometimes you got to clean up your house. And a lot of times, okay, so with the Aries, I feel as though, hey. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to pop back on camera in just a few minutes. Let me just get off camera real quick while I finish the Aries reading. So a lot of you need to clean out your closets. You need to clean up. You need to get up and you need to get things organized. And if it's your job to delegate responsibilities,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna pop back for camera.
Hold on.
A few minutes. Let me just get off camera.
If it's you guys' job to delegate responsibilities, then you're just gonna have to do it. And if there's some of your responsibilities that you have not taken care of, then you need to make sure that you do it, because this is affecting your prosperity. Now, I work with Lakshmi. Lakshmi is very different to work with and Ganesh when it comes to money, because they will not come into your house unless it's clean. But you can also invoke them, and what will end up happening is that stuff will start to get cleaned up. And another thing that I had to do was, there was actually one time I had to do like a housekeeping spell, because there's somebody doing they're doing the opposite work on you. People know that when your house is clean and tidy and it's not dirty, people know that you're going to get blessings from that. And there's a lot of people that will do like these weird things to where, you know, they'll just have everything a mess. And see, you have to get out of your feelings enough to recognize that and to get it cleaned up. Okay? Stop avoiding your responsibilities and get it cleaned up. Hey, so Smarty Girl says she loves cleaning. Well, you need to come over here and work for me then, girl, because I got plenty of it for you. So you guys really need to consider that when it comes to your money, having a lot of clutter around you. I can sense that there's some things that are hidden in your closet. You know, you need to get your closet cleaned up. You need to get the laundry done, and then things will start to open up for you financially. Now, if you do that and it doesn't work, then you probably need to try something a little stronger. You may have to try something a little stronger than that, which involves fire energy. I know that today I'm making some red hot cinnamon stick love candles, and I'll be back like way later because it's going to take me hours to make these candles because they're 3 layers. I might even make them 4 layers, actually. I think I might do that. Anyway, light a red candle, get people up and moving. People seem to not be listening. And so what you have to do is you have to clear out all of that clutter and that static. And I know that that's what it is for a fact. And yeah, I can see a very dominant male figure. Let me tell you what dominant males will do. They'll all get together and they'll go, oh, she's just a filthy foul and her house is dirty and it's disgusting. And see, that's witchcraft. See, people, and see, it's not your problem, but it is your business to recognize it. Yeah, y'all definitely under some kind of psychic attack because the moon card popped out of the deck too. It was on the bottom. So it's unfair. It sucks, but you've got to take action because it's affecting your finances. If your house is dirty, then you're going to get up in the morning. You're going to know that you need, if you have a job, you're going to get up in the morning. You know you need to get it cleaned up, but then you leave it and all of those nasty spirits are feeding off of whatever clutter that's there. And the clutter, in all fairness, especially if you're a woman and you got a couple of kids and you had to leave an abusive man and you had to get a job or whatever, and you know he just gets to sit around all day and talk about you and speak incantations on you. I've got experience with that. I know that for a fact, that a lot of the magic that you're going to do, like a lot of the magic that I do, is to undo what people have done because, you know, they know what bothers you. And clutter and a bunch of stuff around you, it bothers you. Okay, it would bother anybody. I'm doing Aries. Let's do some clarifiers. Yeah. See, you got the Queen of Cups in the reverse position, especially those of you that are tired. You know, women, you know, get tired, especially when we have children. And when somebody is sending that mess, what I can sense is somebody sending some mess to you. If you've got older children, the children are running around. Five of Cups reverse, you angry about it because you're frustrated, but you just have to understand what's going on. The Tower is in the reverse position. Unfortunately, this person that came into your life, whoever they are, and you can be male or female, they just were there to cause a mess in your life, and now you got to get it together. Okay? You got to get it together because, you know, there's a lot of things, and so all of these are in the reverse position, and the reason why is because you definitely do have, it's either a male spirit, and this male spirit is affecting you and the males around you. So then they get together and they get their Three of Swords together. The Three of Swords is the male dominant energy. Okay. And what they do is they get together and they create heartache and they create destruction. That's exactly what they do. I know what you're talking about. But see, especially if you're a woman, you're the Empress and you can turn that situation around. You just got to use your power. Women, use your power. Okay? Use the power that you know that you have. See, the Three of Cups is completely opposite than the Three of Swords, but the Swords represents male energy or masculine energy, and then the Cups represents female energy. Okay? So, you know, when they do that, and some of them know what they're doing, some of them don't know. When they sit around and they go, oh, everything is just because they want to control you. I can sense that there's a very controlling man. They just want to control the situation, you know. And what you got to do is you got to realize that a man like that or a woman like that, she does not care about your well-being. And this can even be your father. Some of our fathers don't care about our well-being. They just want to prove that they were right. So, for example, as a practitioner, you know, I've got to prove my father wrong because she's going to have devastation and destruction in her life. And you already know that they're wishing it on you. And then they'll tell you, well, I'm not doing witchcraft. I don't believe in witchcraft. But what you just did was witchcraft. You just spoke something on me with your buddies. Because men gossip more than women. True story. Women are always too busy. Most women are too busy to do all that gossiping. Gossip is witchcraft. Because when you got at least three people. Now, if you only have two people, those two people are just transferring that energy back and forth sometimes. But you can do it with just one other person. But if you have at least three men in a room and they all talking, and some of them is even watching you. Some of them to put hidden cameras in your house. They crazy. And what they do is it forms a swirl, right? And it might be spinning in the wrong direction, and it goes up, and then it lands right on the target. So you also have very powerful male spirit guides that are telling you to call to them to activate your protection against that. And that doesn't matter if you're young, old, or short or fat. You know, you can start doing, you know, using what you know about energy at a very young age. You don't have to wait until you're in your 40s. Okay? Because they're all going to assume that when you're in your teens and 20s that you're just stupid and destructive. And that's not always the truth, is it, Aries? Hey, by the way, guys, hit that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, men can cause a lot of devastation and destruction. They can. And so what I'm seeing is that you probably need some red candles, you know, and maybe even some red roses or something to uplift the spirits around you, especially if you're a woman. Especially if you're a woman. And I saw a lot of y'all either pregnant or you got kids or a young baby. Okay. So there's always a spell for that. And you can't necessarily change that person, but you can recognize what they're doing and you can change the reaction. You know, stuff falling down, the cat knocking over the litter box. And I mean, literally just, it's a bunch of spirits roaming through your house, just causing and wreaking havoc. And yeah, it was possibly some spirits that was sent by males. No one will ever understand completely why men do stuff like that. No one will ever understand why they do it, but they do it. And they sit around and they laugh about it. And they say, oh, look at this mess I caused. Boy, she's going to be cleaning that up for hours. Because especially when you get married to them and they got problems with their mama, let me tell y'all something. A man that thinks his mama is ugly, gonna think you ugly. And he's going to tear you down accordingly. Especially if his mama was ugly in every way. Because ugly is not your face. Ugly is your spirit. So when you say somebody's pretty or ugly, you're not talking about necessarily their looks or their hair or even their clothes. You're talking about their spirit that comes from within them. Absolutely, Patricia. When you take on a man, a lot of times you're taking on a lot of his mother's stuff. That's the truth. And especially if the mother has not dealt with that. Especially if the mother is not dealt with it. And, you know, you end up sort of being a third party absorber where you're just absorbing and observing. You're observing and absorbing at the same time. Okay. Tauruses, you guys got the 3 of Swords. So the same advice stands for you. You've given somebody that you may assume or perceive to be more powerful than you. And it has resulted in some disappointments and maybe even some blockages in your finances. But it is a 3. So you can actually take that energy and you can build from that energy. You take that dark, chaotic energy and you build from it. Oh, me too, smarty girl. I didn't know nothing. My mama didn't teach me nothing. She didn't, you know. Sometimes you got to sit down and talk to your kids. You know, you can lead them by example, but you also have to take the time to talk to them, right? Spirit guides, give me some clarity on the 3 of Swords. And that's okay, though, because everything that you went through, don't have no regrets ever, because regret is bad for money. You don't want regret. Leave that somewhere else. Leave that regret where it's supposed to be. And forgive yourself for the mistake that you made. Because a lot of people made a mistake, chose the wrong man, and then they never forgive themselves. And then that man, that's how they get you. Is by causing you to feel some type of way. Well, you can't let them do that. I don't know why I can hear something in the kitchen. Spirit guides, ain't that weird, smarty girl? What's your zodiac sign, hon? Spirit guides, give me some clarity for the Tauruses. I want to see the full situation as far as what's going on. Okay. Yeah. So you guys got a spirit guide here. Sorry, guys. That's telling you that you need to clear your head. Anytime you get a swords cards come up, that comes up. And then also you need to get all of that negative reinforcement out of your head. Maybe even doing some meditation. I can definitely see an air sign. They're either an air sign or it might even be a Sagittarius. And boy, do they ever get their rocks off on controlling your mind. So the 4 of Wands comes up. The Hanged Man is associated, I believe, with the Sagittarius. No, it's actually associated with the Pisces, but I do sense a Sagittarius that you're dealing with. There's a third party love triangle that's going on. Taurus, y'all better pay attention. There's a third party love triangle going on, and it's affecting you. And if you have a business or job, you're probably at home sick, or maybe you're just kind of feeling like you're feeling like, these thoughts are running through your head. Definitely an air sign. But I believe what that person is doing is feeding. So y'all need to be careful. And y'all actually was supposed to leave this situation alone and let it go. But it definitely seems to be trying to feed off of you. Okay. There's a very, very quick way of grounding yourself. I feel like this card represents grounding yourself. And you can see this person seems to be grounding themselves in the sun. But if there is no sun, and maybe it's raining where you're at, or maybe you just don't feel like going outside, you can actually put tea lights around you in the north, south, east, and west direction, and you'll quickly be able to ground yourself, because you can tell that somebody here, they seem to be affecting you subconsciously, and you can tell that it is either a male energy or a female energy that thinks that they're a male. But what I can see is a third party for some of y'all, which has to do with your love life. And this is not a love reading, but there's a third party that just is siphoning energy from you, is what they're doing. And you can tell that whoever this is that you're dealing with, you might even be dealing with a married man or woman. And let me tell you something, if a married man comes to you, you can take it how you want it. But there are a lot of couples out there looking to feed. A lot of them. That's why I stay away from married men, because I know that the wife is looking for a sacrifice sometimes. And you got to be careful. You do, because people are very cunning. So a lot of the times when you're dealing with a third party situation, you can find yourself very easily being fed upon. And, he's calling you saying, hey, I'm on my way over there. Get ready, put on your red outfit for me. And then he doesn't show up. Now, you already know the probability of him not showing up. But for some reason, your heart starts fluttering. And then you start to think all kind of crazy thoughts. And then you're wondering, is this the Twilight Zone? And it is the Twilight Zone. Because what they're doing is they're at home. He decided to go home to the wife, or she decided to go home to her husband and have sex magic and siphon energy from you. I've seen it happen so many times. This is just one scenario. Some of you are dealing with people at the work that are doing the same exact thing. So if you want to know more about that, you can reach out to me and I can explain that to you and how that works, so that you won't end up with your energy being siphoned. And then the next thing you know, you done missed out on these blessings that are just being stolen from you. Okay. Some of y'all are dealing with a third party that just literally came inside of your house and stole something. Okay. He or she bought that person to the house and they stole a watch or a ring or something, because they want your position. Don't allow your love life to affect your money. Strike down with an iron fist, Taurus. That's really all you can do. That's what you're supposed to do. And, in case you're thinking that you deserve it, if you're at a job or if you're in business, the people that you're doing business with, they deserve to have you, on your feet and on your toes and thinking quickly. You know what I'm saying? Daphne says, daughter is a Taurus and baby father is a Cancer. Nothing but trouble since he came. Oh, I bet probably the same scenario. Only a Cancer might be feeding for their mama. But, yeah, that is a trip. And literally a lot of people will think, well, I got into this situation to be in love with this person, but they had something else in mind, totally different than what you were thinking. Okay, they were in it to use you. And so that's why this person, whenever a person calls you, and that's why you just got to block people. You know, if it's somebody doing it and you know it, the first time they do it, it's obvious because you have an anxiety attack, right? But that's your spirits telling you that something's happening. So it might be some kind of, I'm seeing a sex magic ritual. You know, when a man says to you, oh, I'm going to go do this, but then he goes and does the opposite, and then he goes and sleeps with another woman, and he's thinking about you, and she knows about you, then that's called sex magic. And they can really, really mess with you. Okay, and this is not a time for that. You have a company to run. You have a business to run. You have employees that are underneath you. There's a promotion coming up for you. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to cut that person out. You got to cut them off. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Geminis, 5 of Wands in the reverse position. Jealousy and envy and spite and anger is not going to get you anywhere, Gemini. You're going in reverse. See, when the 5 of Wands is in the upright position, that means things might be moving. But if it's in the reverse position, then that means that you're allowing something to stop you. That's some kind of blockage. And I think that it's jealousy, envy. Let's throw some more cards on it. Spirit guides, give me some clarity for the Geminis. This will outwardly affect your money. Money's not going to come into you when you're being spiteful and angry. Money is not going to, that's not, no, especially when you have your own business. Now, if you work for somebody else, but then they may come to you and say, hey, you may be getting a bad review at work, or you may be dealing with, you know, some bad energies at work. And the reason why is because of what you are putting into it. Give me some clarity. Hey, Blue Rain. Hey, give me some clarity for the Geminis. That's where you guys, if jealousy and anger controls you, then you're going to have some problems. Now, you got the 7 of Pentacles is in the reverse position. So this is definitely causing money blockages. And then you're dealing with a fire sign that seems to be in some kind of way overpowering you. And then you got this King of Cups that comes up here. So, you know, the things that affect you at the root chakra will affect your heart chakra, and it'll affect your entire spiritual vortex. So if money is not necessarily flowing into you, then that would be why. That would be why. That is why the blockage comes up, because right now you're sort of in the middle of something. And by the way, whatever this is, Gemini, it's time to let it go. I've been telling Geminis to let go for like the past 3 years. I swear to you, it's been something that Geminis need to let go of. They have a very hard time. And you guys actually represent the crossroads. So it's kind of weird that you guys are having a hard time crossing over. It's time for you to cross over and get over whatever that is that you're going through. It's either some kind of jealousy for a fire sign, an earth sign, or either a water sign. That does not serve your purpose of prosperity. It doesn't, because it's having a negative effect on you. Stressing about money is not going to bring in money. Stressing and watching people and pocket watching, that's not going to bring money to you, Gemini. That's not going to bring money to you. Watching other people's money ain't going to bring money to you. Watching other people's money and trying to figure out what somebody else has is only going to affect you. I just had to tell a Gemini that yesterday. You ain't gonna never have nothing as long as you talking about broke stuff. It's just not gonna happen. It's not. You're gonna continue to end up with the results that you have, which is where you just feel drained physically, mentally, emotionally, and then your spirit feels drained for sure. Been up all night worrying about it. You got to stop doing that. Drink you some milk, take you some melatonin, and go to sleep. Okay? Cancer's got the Sun card. So Cancers have that wisdom. I feel like Cancers, you guys are going to get, you guys got some money success coming to you. The Sun represents success. Okay? And good energies around you and being in a good place. Spirit guys, give me some clarity on, hold on a second, y'all. Okay. Give me some clarity on the Sun card. So that represents success. And, you know, a lot of Cancers, you know, Cancers are listed amongst the most wealthiest zodiac signs. They stay winning. They do. The Fool, the Four of Cups, and then the King of Coins is going to contact you today. So again, prosperity. A lot of you Cancers just walked away from a situation. I feel like there's some kind of new beginning that you guys are having. And the Four of Cups does represent that energy of somebody trying to steal your joy. Because, you know, Cancers usually have what's called peace and prosperity. It's called peace and prosperity. So y'all know I'm a Cancer. So I'll be doing work. Okay. And I feel like the Cancers, you guys are going to get some kind of good news that has to do with money. So stop worrying. Stop worrying. And then also a lot of you do need to clean up, you know, maybe do some cleaning or something, maybe, you know, clean some stuff out. But I can already see success coming to the Cancers. There's a new beginning. So stop worrying. Don't worry. Be happy. Leos, y'all got some work coming to y'all. Y'all got some money coming to y'all. It's either a promotion. It's either a promotion. It's either financial opportunity, or either if you have your own business, Leo, there are business prospects coming to you. So you guys evidently have been doing the work that it's required. And so I feel like Mercury in retrograde messed up a lot of people. It did. It messed up a lot of people. I do too. I love Cancers. Very wise, very, because, you know, especially by the time you get my age, you just process your emotions so quickly that you're not sitting there, you know, worried about folks, thinking about folks. You just carry on with your day. And people get really, really angry at the Cancers, especially the women. But many of us have children. We don't have time for that. Or either we want to take care of our inner child. So we're kind of wrapped up in our own emotions. And that Four of Cups can represent, you know, a lot of y'all got a new beginning and you had to tell that person to get gizzard. You had to say, no, you know. But anyway, the Leos, y'all got some good luck coming today. So think positive. Probably even around 8 p.m. something is going to come in. I'm wondering if the Leo moon is going to come up. I don't know where we're at as far as the actual zodiac moon. If you found out your lover is gay, then you need to walk away from them for a while. If it's meant for them to not be gay, they'll come back to you. So when you say, can you help me? Does that mean that you want to do work on that person or something? Then you can contact me at the link below. Otherwise, you just have to let that person be gay because that's how they feel. I want to see what the current zodiac moon is. We are almost at the new moon, which is tomorrow. So we're probably in a new moon right now. I always use moon tracks. April the 4th. The moon entered into Aries today. I knew there had to have been So we got a new moon in Aries, which is fire energy. I would have guessed it to have been Leo, but a lot of you fire signs are going to benefit off of that, especially if you have a lot of fire that's dominant in your chart. For me, I have Leo and Sagittarius in my chart, as well as Taurus and Gemini and Virgo. So I got a nice little mix. My youngest son has Pisces everything. Some of y'all got them kind of charts. Can be very challenging. So, okay. I think he just on too many drugs. Well, you need to let him go anyway. Yeah, he need to go to rehab. Somebody that's on too many drugs, they not going to, yeah. What drugs are you talking about? Spirit guides, clarify for the Leos. Okay. So a lot of you have been dealing with attacks in social media. The Nine of Swords can represent attacks in social media. And then the Fool card also represents a new beginning. And then the Queen of Wands is in the reverse position. So use those universal energies. Well, then you need to leave that person if they're on crack and meth. I'm sorry. Okay, you need to use whatever negative energy is being sent to you to create something. Don't get thrown off balance. Don't get thrown off. Take that negative energy and put it towards your creativity. And you're going to see very quick results. Okay. Yeah, I can tell that a lot of you are you just started new businesses not too long ago, and you left your job and you're not real sure of yourself, but you have to be sure of yourself. Okay. When you're in that situation. All right. Virgos, you guys got the Devil card. So the devil definitely does represent money. However, you got yourself a bad spiritual attachment. Somebody's obsessing over you, Virgo, and they're obsessing over what you have. They're obsessing over it. Okay. They are obsessing over you, Virgo, because you do it so well. And this could be an employee of yours, a family member, a friend, an ex-friend. I'm going to clarify in just a second. So I can definitely see money coming to the Virgos. But you got somebody, it's something that's there. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. They might be trolling, smarty girl. So watch them. And if they get out of hand, you know what to do. Matter of fact, if you can go ahead and time that person out for a second, because I don't like the words that are in the chat room. Or either get rid of here, I'll do it. Don't worry about it. I'll do it. Yeah, we don't want to put that in the chat room. That's like anti-prosperity when you start talking about crack cocaine and meth. We don't do that here. We don't have those problems. All right. And if you do have that problem, then, you know, a prosperity reading is probably not where you want to be. You probably should have been here yesterday. Or maybe you should come and get a psychic reading. Okay. Because, yeah, this ain't the time or place for that. Okay. All right. Spirit guides, give me some clarity on this Devil card for the Virgos. Thank you. Yeah, time that out. That's too much negative energy. I'm sorry. They're definitely trolling. All right. See, Virgos, you guys got the Four of Swords, the Eight of Wands in the reverse position, and the Five of Pentacles. So a lot of you are allowing your head to affect your heart. And it's something that you seem to be obsessing over, and you really need to do some meditation. You really need to get some rest so that you can build up your energy, because there does seem to be some stuff coming to you. But I feel like a lot of the Virgos are probably in a place where they're feeling beaten, where they're feeling a little self-conscious. And Virgos can do that, to where they kind of like, you know, who's looking at me or who's paying attention to me? Who cares? Who cares? They're going to continue to look at you and pay attention to you, Virgo. They are. They're going to continue to do that because, you know, they pretty much are obsessed with you. I can tell that there's either earth, fire, or air, fire, or another earth energy seems to have some sort of unhealthy obsession with you. And it's not necessarily an unhealthy obsession, but they want to keep you in these chains, and they want to keep you in something. Keep her in this house. Y'all remember that movie, The Skeleton Key? Keep her in this house, you know. That's what they want to do to you. They want to keep you where you're at. Virgos are one of the top zodiac signs that are going to be fed upon, because they are one of the most powerful, in particular when it comes to money manifestation. Oh, yeah, I did do the Geminis. I did, Milton. Yes, I did. Okay. A lot of y'all Virgos need to start protecting yourself, but at the same time, you need to take a break from whatever this devil is. It feels like it's somebody that's obsessed with you and what you're accomplishing, and they want to tear you down to the bitter end. You can tell that you're in some kind of physical, psychological warfare, you know, some kind of spiritual warfare seems to be coming down over the Virgos. And you guys are very sensitive to that, to where what you need to do is you really need to, first of all, get in touch with your spirit guides. And then a lot of you need to get up and move around. Things seem to be a little stagnant. And the reason why they are is because of this, whoever this devil card is. And the devil is always you. Okay, ultimately, because you can't change people. You can only change your reaction. You cannot change people. It just, it ain't gonna happen. But you can change your reaction. Then a lot of y'all, what I can sense is that you're sort of not necessarily making contact with your ancestors. You kind of just sort of forgot about it. You're not necessarily doing the grounding work that you need because you're feeling very self-conscious. You know, people are, what I can sense is people saying, oh, you're just a poor loser and you don't have anything and you're just nothing. And it works. It works. Okay, because you allow those things to work on you. If I would have saw anything other than the Five of Pentacles, then I would have. And you can't do that. You can't allow people to get in your head like that, Virgo, because that is what's causing the financial difficulty. Also, people can make you worry about money. You can't allow people to make you worry about your own abilities. Somebody done sprinkle some troll seed, smarty girl. All right, let's do a last and final advice card for the Virgos as far as what will happen if you take the advice given to you. Up, you got the Six of Wands. So this is where you're going to be honored. Okay, you're going to get back something. Okay, and get back your good spirits so that you can manifest that prosperity and have success in your business, to where your phone is ringing off the hook, folks contacting you, and you know, but don't allow other people. People will do that to you all the time, Virgo. Oh, you and they'll make you feel bad about everything in your life, your marriage, everything. Oh, your man is ugly, or your woman is ugly, and they ain't nothing, and they, you know, they just a piece of crap. And then if you let that allow you to, if you allow that to dictate your mind, then they won. They absolutely won, and they beat you. At your own game that you created. Virgos are one of the most powerful of the zodiac, especially when it comes to money manifestation. Okay. Libras, the Two of Swords comes up in the reverse position. So if you're having any financial difficulty, it is because of either another air sign, or it could be a fire sign, but I'm seeing air or fire. And I feel like what this person is able to do is they are literally able to control you subconsciously. You can't allow somebody to control your subconscious thoughts. You can't allow somebody to, so you're at a crossroads. There's something big that's getting ready to happen for you. But Libra, you got somebody else that done got in your head and said, oh, well, this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and this is going to happen. And then so you're stalling, and you're not actually taking that leap. Spirit, give me some clarity on the Two of Swords reverse. Some of y'all are getting out of relationships with people. And sometimes when you get out of relationships with people, they can leave what I call stale energy. Is just stale. And it's a void, and you got to get rid of it and fill that void up. Fill it up with good things. Fill it up with, you know, doing your spiritual work. Fill it up with meditation, you know. Listen to some frequencies that are opposite, you know, because I can see a leech. I can feel a leech. Give me some clarity for the Libras. Uh-huh. Oh, it's more than one leech. There's 3 leeches. Okay, and you can't afford that. And they're causing blockages. And, you know, sometimes you have to use the power of your mind with the Ace of Swords, and you just know that you're going to be victorious, and then you'll be victorious. If you just think, oh, I failed, and these people seem to be beaten down on you. I can see it as being male energy, absolutely male dominant energy. A lot of female Libras like to use male energy, but female energy is more powerful. You're trying to use male energy to manifest, and that's not what's going to do it. I'm sorry. In particular, if you are a female, or if you're a male, whoever these 3 to 4 to 5 males are, you know, they just want to see you fail so that they can be right. Oh, see, I was right. You see, I was right. Some people just don't like to be wrong. Okay. And then some of y'all Libras are dealing with a love triangle that seems to make you feel like you can't survive. You know, like this person is just going to take everything away from you. Okay. That's pretty much what is happening here. Definitely a love triangle to where you've got energy siphonation is what I call it. And these are the ones to where you don't keep that person around because they're definitely blocking you. And it's a third party. It is. And you may be dealing with the same kind of situation that kind of like the Aries, and I'm sorry, the Taurus or the Aries was dealing with. And, you know, that's survival for some people. It is. Some people, the only way they can do anything is if they're putting you down. Right. And I can see it as either being air or fire. That, you know, this person just has to put you down. And what it's doing is it's feeding a situation that has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing to do with you. So what difference does that make? So you really got to be this Ace of Swords and rise above that and cut that person off, cut them off completely. And you're afraid that you won't do well without them, but you will. Scorpios, you guys got the 2 of Wands and it's in the reverse position. So a lot of you Scorpios have a business partnership with either fire, air, or earth that doesn't seem to be working out. And it is because this person lacks the willpower. So this person seems to be dragging you down. If you're in a business with this person, they're dragging you down. You're like, oh, I can't do business with you, and da 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 da. That's how you're at. That's where you're at right now. Spirit guys, give me some clarity for the Scorpios. Yeah, that's because that's yeah. We just block them and ignore them. That you just block them and ignore them, y'all. Okay, so there's definitely some prosperity out there for you. You got the 2 9s, Scorpio. You got the 9 of coins and the 9 of cups. So what you're gonna have to do is basically what Beyonce did and just go out there on your own and go out there on your own and present your ideas, and then you'll get that accomplishment. For example, you know, when everybody was mad at Beyonce because, you know, even when her dancers or backup singers was sick, she cut them out of the group because she said the show must go on. Because I can imagine that Beyonce is going to perform whether or not she's sick or not. And probably even when she's sick, she's going to do some of her best performances. So, but you got the Moon card. So whatever this is somebody that has just bad energy over them. And, you know, it might be you. You may be on the other side of that partnership. You may be the Scorpio that has issues because, you know, there was some kind of, and it could be your mother, because your mama just wants you to come home. They just want you to come home because they got empty nest syndrome. And, you know, you can't do that. You know that there's dreams and accomplishments that you have, and you just don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So the Moon card can represent some kind of powerful, emotional, female influence that may be having an effect over on you, or your business partner. And so a lot of times when you got the Moon cards, that represents glamour. In the spiritual world, it represents glamour. And glamour is when somebody can have other people perceiving you a certain way, right? So maybe there was some misperceptions. You got to be careful when it comes to the Moon card, because the Moon card can represent deception. Okay. Advice for the Scorpios. See, you're going to have to walk away because your mama's mad at you because of your daddy. So that in turn made it a generational hex, basically. So, and so basically this is somehow having an effect over the Scorpios. And I can see you guys, you know, just going no contact with somebody because they're constantly, you know, whenever you're getting ready to manifest prosperity, they're just trying to stop it. They're just trying to stop it. They're just trying to stop it. Spreading rumors about you. You can work through that, Scorpio. You just got to do the spiritual work. I do it all the time. All the time. It's where whenever somebody puts a perception out there about me, I flip it and reverse it. So a lot of people will say, well, this person said this about me and it ruined my reputation and da 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 da. But there's a spell for that. It involves a red, black, and a white candle, or either red, black, and green, or red, black, and purple. Perfect. I said perfect. Or it may be even green and black. This is a money unblocker candle that I made and I'm selling on the website. It's not on there yet, because I haven't had time to put it on there yet, but I'm going to get it on there. And then I'll come and, you know, let you guys know that it's ready to be purchased. Good afternoon, Samantha. I'm about to leave work and jump in the car, so I will have to rewatch this later. Just jump in and say hi. Okay, thank you. Hello. Drive safely. Okay. And not saying that because I'm just sending you some angels and stuff. Okay. So, you know, I've got that mother vibe about me. I don't want to put any moon on nobody. So, Scorpio, you need to let that stuff go if you're going to achieve it. If you're going to achieve that. There's a very good documentary that I watched, and I'm not going to say which one just because it's such a horrifying documentary. But there was a documentary that I was watching, and these people just had so much bad stuff that happened in their family, you know, and what it was that the father just molested everybody. I mean, literally all the stepchildren, the grandchildren. It was just terrible. And so these people ended up with mental problems in their family. And one of the guys, he was actually on Star Search years ago. One of the guys that was involved in the family, he had received a phone call that his mother was trying to commit suicide. And he went out there and performed his butt off. You know, because you start to get numb to stuff. So sometimes your mother just, oh, I'm so sad and I'm doing so bad. And, you know, sometimes you got to go out there and pursue your dreams anyway, regardless if your mama or your daddy is in a bad way. You can't just say, well, I got to go home and take care of my family. You need to take care of you. You've got things that you want to accomplish. The only way you're going to be able to truly help them is if you earn your keep, because you're going to have to pay for nurses and all kind of stuff to keep, you know, to get them straight. You know what I'm saying? So losing out on your money. And, you know, I can see basically something that involves possible travel, or either it causes you to have to change. Whenever you get certain job opportunities, you have to change. You know, you have to not necessarily change, but grow. So there's definitely growth and change coming. Don't let your mama or your daddy or your cousins or nobody else ruin that for you. Okay. Sagittarius did get the Empress. So I can definitely see heavy manifestation energy around the Sagittarius. You guys got some moolah coming. Okay. For the Sagittarius, the Empress represents money, prosperity, grounding, peace. That's coming to a lot of you Sagittarius. And you know what I can sense with this Five of Wands above you is that your competition just wasn't where they were supposed to be. So that's one of the reasons why you're gonna win, is because your competition lost out, because they just didn't understand that you make money and money doesn't make you. When everybody understands that, then they'll always have money. You know, it doesn't matter if that person said, you're going to never have this or you're going to never have that and da, 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 da. That's not going to make no difference. And what they did was they in turn afflicted themselves. Clarify the Empress. What other advice do you want to give? Well, we'll see. What are you seeing? When is this money coming? What is it going to be about for the Sagittarius? Okay. All right. So you guys got the Two of Pentacles. So I can see a job coming, especially for those Sagittarius that are doctors and nurses and stuff like that. Also, if you have your own business, I can see a very lucrative business partnership coming up. The Eight of Cups comes up, but it is in the reverse position. So what I can sense is either a feminine energy or it's got to be a feminine energy because the Empress came up. But you know, it's got something to do with your mama, and your mama ain't quite right. And you know, they just like, oh, don't leave me behind, don't do better than me. Walk away from that. Also, there's some traveling opportunities coming up that somebody's definitely trying to stop. So you guys need to deal with this, especially with this Eight of Cups coming up in reverse. This is something emotionally to where, you know, somebody can either send you that energy or they can say that energy to you and then up. And then the next thing you know, you kind of stuck and then you can't do nothing else no more. And you guys really need to get closure on that, especially if you have any negative memories going back as early as 2 years old or either 8 years old. That's usually when, you know, for some reason, 8 years old, you know, but the World card comes up. So I feel like a lot of you are very empathic. And so I also feel as though, you know, there's definitely something that you need to make a, you know, you need to break away from, or either walk away from, or free yourself of, or either to release or purge. This energy is not good for you, because what it does is it just keeps that wound open. And the wound, W-O-U-N-D, not womb, the wound just stays open. It never ever gets to heal. So a lot of you are going to have to do that. And then some of you are going to have to do some traveling. Some of y'all are going to have to do some traveling. And then you also need to make sure that you learn the lesson from whatever that experience was, so that it doesn't bother you anymore. Is what you need to do. Because what I can sense is that it's not a lover that doesn't want to let you go. It's your mother. Because that's why the Empress came up. And maybe you brought a lot of prosperity to your mother, and they want to hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The Virgo reading was a little bit far back. You can't let your physical mother do harm to you like that, or either like all of the women are just like, you know, they hate you or whatever, because, and you know, and then that leads to prosperity coming in, but then unhappiness, and you don't want that. Because what's the point in having money if you can't truly enjoy it? What's the purpose? I mean, yeah, you can pay your bills or whatever, but if you're not able to enjoy it, if you've got something on your heart that's bothering you, you're going to continue to feel like you're broken. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when somebody else can benefit off of your energy, because it looks like the universe seems to be trying to open up for you and say, hey, I've got some prosperity for you. Are you going to take it or not? Because a lot of people can be scared of prosperity. Hi, y'all coconut. A lot of people can be scared of prosperity because you're scared of healing. A lot of people are totally afraid to heal because it has to hurt before it heals. So the money's coming, but what about your peace, your happiness, and your sanity? Because things have been kind of up and down. One day you feel good, one day you don't. Especially if you have an air sign or an earth sign mother. Oh, yeah. Some of y'all do have fire sign mothers and water sign too. But that Empress is earth and air. Okay. Otherwise, your prosperity will just go out into the universe and somebody else will capture it. And that's what they do all the time. When you give it away, when you just be like up and you're not necessarily able to understand what's happening, which is a blessing. You know, a lot of those things, especially if you had issues with your mama, and your mama might be jealous of you or something, which is ridiculous, but there's mothers out there that are like that. So yeah. Don't be confused. Bless me. Thank you, God. Bless me. Thank you, Goddess. Capricorns, you guys got the Magician in the reverse position. So if things is not going well for you, it's because there's some sort of black magic that's at play. Somebody else is using black magic or something, or some kind of witchcraft on you. So for example, if you're at work, Capricorn, and everybody seems to be down on you, and see, that's because you're kind of like the focal point. You're the chosen one, but they want to bother you. They want to take it away from you, or either they want to hold you up in some kind of way. Oh, I just want to hold this person up forever, forever. Delay until your whole life is gone. And then the only thing you can do is give it to your kids, which You know, you don't want that to happen. Spirit guys, give me some clarity on the Magician reverse. Now, the one thing about the Capricorns is that you guys are usually the leaders. Yeah. You guys got the 8 of Wands, which means that there's some sort of promotional opportunity. Things are going well for you, or were going well. And whoever this water sign person is, it's either water or fire. They putting a lot of burden. They just want to put their burdens on you. You ever see that? Let me jump off camera for this one. Ooh, Lord, I didn't know I was going to see this one. This person is putting a lot of their burdens off on you. Everything that they feel and think about themselves, they're putting it off on you. And you can't allow folks to do that. Because what it's doing is it's causing disruptions, interruptions. You're feeling like things are a little out of control or out of your control. Also, a lot of you Capricorns may be in a position where you're getting ahead, but then somebody that really ain't getting ahead is like, oh, I need this, I need that from you. I need this, I need that from you. Okay. You've done a lot. You've done all that you can do to help. Now at this point, it seems like the situation seems to be, and if you're a Capricorn, that if this does not resonate for you, go to your rising sign. Okay. If this is, you know, and then you can, you know, because you don't always have to go by your sun sign. Okay. Just look at your chart. But then you got the 10 of Wands reverse. So this is where there's some kind of family problem that seems to be affecting the whole family. And then you're the one that's supposed to be the carrier and everything. But people ain't gonna never find that way, their own way, if you don't show them the way. And sometimes because you went to the school of the hard knocks. You know what I'm saying? You went to the school of the hard knocks. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. Sorry about all that disruption. Let's throw a advice card for the Capricorns. What advice do you want to give to the Capricorns? The Moon. So somebody done contacted somebody, done told somebody something about you. It's your ex, it's your mama, it's somebody, it's your ex and your mama, because they may have some kind of weird sexual thing with each other. I'm not lying. And it's cast at a dark cloud. And you can't go to those people and go, I'm not like that. They're lying on me. You got to go and do spiritual work, because that's not going to mean nothing. Somebody's doing spiritual work on you. And what they're doing is they're basically trying to keep you at a certain level to where you'll be codependent on them, but then you can also take care of them. So if you go anywhere beyond, then you're taking care of you, and then it's no longer about them anymore. So that Moon is very, very serious. Okay. Okay. So somebody casted out some kind of false perception of you, you know, and you just got to fight. You just got to fight fire with fire. You probably gonna have to see a practitioner or something. Okay, because this is your own family, and it's definitely manifesting at the job too. If you got something going on in your family, it's going to manifest at your job. That's why I always got crap going on my job. That's where all these trolls come from. Aquarius is, you guys got the Knave of Swords. So there's a delayed, you've been delayed in hearing from a client, and it has something to do with the same thing with the Capricorns, because somebody noticed that you were getting a lot of attention and you were getting a lot of stuff, and then now they're mad at you. And I feel like, you know, they do want, you know, it's some kind of, anyway, your enemies, they don't determine how people feel about you ever, not even for one day. They don't determine, they can determine how you feel about yourself. But see, you got to be able to use that power that's given to you, because I wouldn't have went anywhere. I've had people going around saying the most horrible things, try to make you look stupid, try to do magic. That's what it's for. Hello, Spirit, give me some clarity on the Knave of Swords. So you're waiting to hear back from someone. You're waiting, and then also there seems to be some problems with the communication. So you be on the phone with folks, or maybe you at work and people saying all kind of crazy stuff to you. Okay, see the Strength, the Judgment, and then the Knave of Cups comes up. So again, this is where you got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight air with fire. You have to transmute it. This is the transmutation card, the Strength card. Okay, is the transmutation card. Judgment. Judgment is where there's some sort of judgment that is around you, placed upon you by someone else. And what you have to do is you have to clear that air. And then you're going to hear from that person. It's just a delay, not denied. It's just delayed because of, you know, what somebody said. But, you know, they're going to ultimately make the decision to come to you, because it don't matter what that person says. So what? This person, they going to go around, they going to say all kind of stuff about you. Oh, you're a fraud. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't do that. So what? That's what my grandma used to say. So what? She would put the H with the W. What? Okay. Thank you, smarty girl. You cool. And so that's just what you have to do. You know, people are going to do things like that, but you have to understand that, first of all, this is a karmic thing. It's something coming in from the past or some kind of past life transgression, and you've been there, done that. And then all you have to do is, you know, chill out and relax. The news is going to come. Good news is coming for the Aquariuses. But as long as you're allowing this person to sort of take over your mind and get in your head, and also if their words are more powerful than your magic, then you got a problem. And you just got to tell the winds of the east to blow all that negative perception out. It's only temporary when people do stuff like that. And as long as you are using good judgment, good sound judgment, almost like playing chess. That's what that judgment represents. And then you got the knight, or the page. You got the Knave, which is the page, on the other side. And this person is going to contact you. And it's going to flow to you, prosperity and money. The Knave of Cups represents money. That's what they represents. Okay. So many people have had their lives ruined because of somebody said what somebody said about it. Baby, there's a spell for that. And they hate you for it, but it's your divine right. And we got that a lot. We got a lot of that going on. Folks spreading stuff about you. And you don't want to do the same thing. You want to use better judgment. You stand in your own strength. Don't ever piggyback off of nobody else. You got your own stuff. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that. You just do your own thing, okay? And then it'll come to you the way it's supposed to. The Pisces got the Star card. So I feel like a lot of you Pisceans coming up, like within the next few days, you guys are going to be, you know, focusing on your creativity. What I can tell is that a lot of you Pisceans are focused, and that's good. Because you definitely got the devil above you, or not even above you, but, you know, kind of in the ether, trying to get in there and distract you. What's up, Jessie Mae? Hello. So a lot of your, you know, I can see that because the devil is above you guys in the Virgo's position. Give me some clarity. What money and prosperity is the Pisces going to manifest out of this? You're going to be thinking of your next brightest idea. And that's good. That's actually good because you guys, yeah, I can tell it's definitely an earth sign, in particular a Capricorn. Absolutely. Either earth, fire, or air, but earth first. They don't want to let go. They don't want to let go. Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse position. And then in order for them to let go, you have to let go. And that's what you're doing. But they're still holding on. And then the that was actually the Hierophant for the Aries. This is the Emperor. I get confused in this deck. But the Emperor comes up. And this is somebody, this is a very, very lucrative opportunity that's coming to you guys. And then the Lovers. Okay. So the Lovers represents a crossroads. It represents when you go from one state of being to the other. And what I see is prosperity. Okay. 6 of Wands, same thing, prosperity. Okay. So you guys definitely got some prosperity coming up. For those of you that I saw issues, you can definitely look at your rising sign, and then I can't remember that other position on the houses that you need to look at in your chart. And then you can go by, I would say, look at a lot of them, because a lot of your zodiac chart can tell you whether or not you are going to pass or fail sometimes. I'm just telling you the truth, because some people's zodiac chart will totally have them in, you know, just it's going to be challenges. So when it comes to your prosperity and your survival, you're going to want to look at, you want to look at your whole chart, but in particular for this one, you want to look at whatever your Pluto is in. Okay, so my Pluto is in Libra. Okay, but you'll want to look at your Pluto, your Jupiter, whatever your sign is in Jupiter. And I just so happen to have a Gemini there. But, you know, I know how to be a Gemini sometimes better than the actual Geminis, because my Mercury is in Gemini as well. So I've got everything good about the Gemini in my chart. and I'm not kidding with you guys. Okay. But you want to look at those things. You want to examine your chart. And so I do provide that service to people. If you guys want a full money analysis, okay, you guys can contact me at the link below. Thank you, Blue Rain. Thank you. I love it. Appreciate it. Hello, Jeanette. Hello. Also, if you guys want to reach me for spiritual work, money unblockings, generational curses. The generational curses are some of the main ones that is messing up your monies, them generational curses. Okay, and generational curses doesn't mean that, oh, we went back 2 or 3 generations and everybody was on welfare. Not necessarily. Sometimes if you got a family member or family members or either a female energy or a male energy that is out to get you, then that can create a current generational curse. A lot of people, you know, your grandparents may not have had this problem, but the grandchildren are going to have the problem. So if you guys want a spiritual bloodline analysis as well, the link is below. I do provide phone, video, as well as Skype readings, okay? In particular for my international clients that are in other countries. I tend to talk to you guys on Skype. So you guys can add me on Skype, Tarot Queen Jamila, and go to the website and exactly work on you. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light and blessings to all of you. Okay. Thank you for coming. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.